Episode 8 starts with Lemon telling the group Match 9 ended in a draw, with Team Y's Nico scoring the equalizer against Team W. As a result, Team Z is now in 3rd place, and the only match left in Building 5 is their final game. If they draw, they won't advance, due to their worst goal difference. So, in short, they need to win to survive. That's all there is to it. Raichi brings up that Kuon's listening in on this, but Naruhara tells him that he doesn't think anyone would make deals with him now. But it's a miracle Team Y came out in a draw. Chigiri asks, come to think of it, was Nico even the type to take shots on himself? Bachida tells him that he got inspired by a certain someone. Lemon tells him anyway, let's move on to the key players of their final opponent, Team V. This trio has scored 18 goals in 3 games, thanks to their stupidly good attacking skills. Tsudagiri Zantetsu 5 goals. Mikage Reo, 6 goals, and their team's top scorer, Nagi Seishiro, 7 goals. If they don't stop them scoring, they can't win. After that, Tsurugi is telling Nagi that he left practice early today. Nagi tells him he couldn't be bothered. Tsurugi tells him if he skips practice too often, bad things will happen to his body. But Mikage tells him Nagi doesn't need to practice. After all, he's his treasure, His life was a total bore. His dad is telling him that he was born to surpass him. Everything in this world exists solely for him. His mom then asks if there's anything he wants. Reo tells him he's bored. This is no fun. He could have anything he wanted, but there was nothing he wanted. If he could get it easily, it wasn't worth having. He wanted a treasure that would be his and his alone, and realizes that this is it. He wants this. But his dad is telling him, no way, forget it. Reo asks why. He told him he could have whatever he wanted. His dad tells him he's his successor, and out of all the kids who play soccer, only a chosen few get to go pro. There is no way he'll make it, starting so late. His mom agrees and tells him to become a top businessman instead. They're telling him this for his own good, but Reo thinks nothing these people have given him has been what he wanted. He will make this school national champions. That ought to shut them up. Then he'll aim for the World Cup. But this is a prestigious prep school, so their soccer is super weak. What is he going to do? He doesn't want to give up. He turns a corner and bumps into someone, causing the guy to drop his phone. However, he leaps forward and stops it. Ryo tells him he's amazing. Is he on the soccer team? Nagi notices that he's that rich guy's son, so asks if he can have some money, and tells him he doesn't want to play soccer, and he's never played sports before. He just wants to chill and do nothing for the rest of his life. Ryo tells him, but look at his control just now, and his physique. He's got serious talent. Play soccer with him. If he works hard, he can go pro. Nagi asks he has to work hard at it. Soccer sounds like a hassle. He hates things he has to work hard at. He doesn't want to work. Ryo remembers his father's words from before about only a chosen few can become pro, and realizes that there's a chosen one right here. He wants to make him his own. Ryo tells Nagi that he likes him, and he doesn't need to change, so let's play soccer. His life was a total bore. That is, until he found soccer and Nagi Seishiro. After that, Team Z is having a strategy meeting, but Araichi tells him to hold on. He hasn't forgiven this guy yet. He's going to spill the beans to someone again, isn't he? Let's start by taking turns punching him. They agree, but Isagi tells him to quit it. He's going to injure him. They need him so they can play as an 11 and beat Team V. Kuon asks if he's stupid. There's no way he's playing. Even if Team Z loses with 3 goals, he gets to advance as their top scorer. So the best course of action for him is to do nothing. Kunigami asks, but if he scores 3 goals in the next match, he'll be the top scorer with 4 goals. Does he still say he won't play? Kuon asks if he thinks he can score a hat trick playing with 10 men against Team V. Kunigami tells him he'll do it. He'll crush him fair and square. Kuon tells him if he wants to try, knock himself out. He can't play soccer alone. He knows that better than anyone. Kunigami asks, what does he mean? But Kuon just tells him to shut up. He's been working really hard to make his dream of winning the World Cup a reality. Then things back during his school days, with his teammates telling him he's really overbearing. Becoming national champs, being selected to represent Japan, he's the only one who's serious about all that. He can't let it end here. He doesn't want to lose because of his teammates anymore. Aichi tells him to can it. No traitor will ever be a World Cup winner. Bachida tells him, wait a minute. If the top scorers are tied on goals, which one advances? if they remember correctly, the one with fewer yellow cards, and if they're tied on that too. Eagle pops up on the monitor and tells them the one who has the higher blue lock ranking will advance. If the team loses and their goals and fair play tally are the same, then the top ranked player will survive, that being Kuon. Nagi asks how. Eagle tells him in this first selection, scoring is the only thing assessed, and what he did isn't against the rules. But he will tell Kuon this. As a striker, he's the lowest of the lowest of the low. Basically, they're all crap. They might feel like they survived a life and death situation, but it was pure luck. Their play had no value whatsoever. The world's best striker must be able to reproduce their goals. The more dramatic a goal is, the more impressive it is. But tons of players can score those one-off goals. Why can't they reproduce those goals? It's because those goals were nothing but the products of luck. Besides, a rigged goal brought about by betrayal is trash with zero reproducibility. What they need right now is a formula to create scoring opportunities. Analyze how, when, and under what conditions or weapons helped them score a goal. How far away was the goal? How many defenders were there? Where did they receive the pass? What did they feel at the moment? Internalize every detail and reproduce it. Their positioning, their touch, dribbling, shooting. Devise a formula that will make them shine the most. World-famous strikers have their own formula for scoring. They still live in the sea of coincidences. That won't do. Understand that they can only evolve once they've nailed reproducibility. In a match, they can expect only irregularities to happen. Someone who can prove their own formula on such a battlefield can become the world's best striker, who will crank out goals, one after another. Don't rely on chance to win. Win the game because they're meant to. Isagi thinks the reproducibility of goals, so they have to be able to use their own weapons at any given time and with certainty. It can't be left to chance. His weapon is spatial awareness, but he couldn't do anything alone. It doesn't feel like they can win at this rate. If they don't evolve, they can't win. Isagi meets up with Bado and asks him to tell him something. How can he be more like him? But Bado just hits him in the face with the ball and tells him to use his brain. Isagi tells him to wait. He can score goals all by himself. He's the strongest player he's ever met. He doesn't want it to end here. He wants to win. He wants to be someone who can do it alone. Bado tells him that dream-filled garbage ego of his, he'll crush it right here, right now. Isagi thinks he's no match for him physically, so he'll watch his feet and the ball, and steal it when he can. He'll move when he tries to set it up. Bado changes directions and catches Isagi off guard, but he hasn't gone past him yet. However, Bado shoots it more than 20 meters from the goal and makes it in the top right corner. They try again. He won't lose this time. He'll stay on him so he doesn't get a chance to shoot. Isagi realizes he's about to shoot, but he can almost reach it. However, Bado feints and shoots again and scores in the same spot. A momentary gap is all he needs to score a goal from wherever he is. But if Bado has a formula for scoring, then Isagi tells him one more time. He knows what he's capable of. If his hypothesis is correct, he won't shoot from this position, slightly left of center, about 40 to 45 degrees, at 23 meters out. From there, an ultra-fast bending shot to the top right corner. That's Bado's guaranteed scoring range. He won't shoot yet, so it's not like he can score from just anywhere. Bado gets a ton of goals because there's an area where the chances of him scoring goes up exponentially. But during a game against opponents, he can't easily enter that area, so he makes it possible with his burst of speed. That's why he needs that incredible physique. By doing everything to get to this area, Bado reproduces his goals. That's the trick behind his formula. Only his eyes can see that. If he can keep him out of that area, he can stop him. But Bado tells him don't get the wrong idea. His range is actually 27 meters. They finish and Isagi tells him thanks for teaching him. But Bado tells him he didn't teach him anything. He just made him realize that he's on the field. Isagi returns to his bed and thinks only 20 hours left until the final match. He gets how Bado's formula for goals works now, but his weapon isn't the kind he can copy. His weapon is spatial awareness, but by itself, it's not something that can help him score. He'll have to find his answer in the game, then notices that he's shaking and wonders if he's scared. Everything gets determined tomorrow. Isagi tells him tomorrow they'll have their answer. He never knew the prospect of your dream ending could be so scary. Isagi tells him he's right. They fight because they're scared. Fear makes them grow strong. They're gonna win. They're not done yet. There's 25 minutes until the game. Due to their shooting skills, their front three will be Kunigami, Dagamaru, and Shigiri. The other team's offensive skills are off the charts, so they drop back all the way and defend against their attacks and aim to score a quick counterattack. As Isagi is calming himself, Bachida asks, if they lose, does that mean they can't see each other or play soccer together anymore? That's way too sad. He'll give it his all. The game starts and Team V kicks off. Isagi thinks they've studied Team V's offensive patterns. The initiator of all their attacks is this guy, but he can't stop him one-on-one, so he and Bachida will mark him tightly. If he can't pass it forward, then this guy shows up to take it, this left-footed speedster. He tends to score mid-range shots from a tighter angle on the right side of the goal, but that path is completely blocked by two defenders. And then, it's just like they predicted. Igarashi then steals the ball. Isagi gives it to Bachida, who kicks it downfield for Gagaramoru. He goes for a diving header, but it hits the top post. Ryo smiles and says, now this is interesting, and tells Nagi, let's give that move a try. Isagi wonders what are they talking about. Are they going to copy their instant kill counter? Ryo kicks the ball downfield, but Isagi thinks it's overhit. He misplaced the pass. However, Nagi jumps forward and controls the ball, then kicks it, scoring a goal. Ben tells him that was easy. He doesn't know why they couldn't do that. Then the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. Team Z's in trouble. Everyone on the team is going to have to be on their A game for the whole match. I feel like this is where Isagi is finally going to realize how his weapon works, and will be able to create his own formula that allows his team to win. Although, I don't know if his weapon will allow him to score, or if it will allow his team to score. We'll have to see. Another good episode. Looking forward to next week. But that's about it. So yeah.